Hi, this is Contract Challenges. My name is Robin. Welcome. On this channel, I'm signing contracts with myself to commit to some challenges that I need to do to improve and to become a better version of who I am. And I all record this and sharing with all of you. I have completed my challenge to be overdressed. And this is the final review video for that. The duration was set to 4 months. So this is 122 days where I only allowed to go out if I'm overdressed. I mostly wear a suit and tie, but because suits are very conservative and I'm not conservative, I also needed to wear a female's dress at least once a month. My concept for the contract challenges is simple. So either I do the challenges or I pay the penalty. And the penalty for not wearing my female's dress at least once a month was set to 250 euros. But actually, I wore it at least 2 times a month. So I don't need to pay this penalty for that. But unfortunately, there were 3 days where I was not overdressed. On 2 occasions, it was just that I done normal sports in my normal sportswear. Yeah, unfortunately. And one time I went to the Kit Kat Club and I needed to wear something different, otherwise I wouldn't get into it. The penalty was set to 25 euros. I had 3 days. This makes 75 euros. Additionally, from a previous challenge, I still need to pay 25 euros. It was from my challenge where I'm only allowed to move while dancing. In total, I need to pay a penalty of 100 euros. So this is quite a much amount of money. But I always hold my contracts. You have now the opportunity to make suggestions to whom I should pay this penalty money to. The instructions how to make a suggestion is in the description in this video. So please follow it exactly and then I will consider your suggestion. Otherwise, I will just ignore it. In this video, I don't want to just inform that I need to pay these 100 euros as a penalty, but I also want to show you some highlights when I was overdressed that I have not yet published yet because I have already done some videos. So you can find the list in the description, but here are some highlights, so enjoy. And then afterwards I will do some review, how I felt and everything. So enjoy. Hi, so yesterday I was in my suit for sports out and I have done some sports in the night. But what am I doing? I should go out with my normal suit in the sun to the parks and I'm doing it now. Yeah, let's see, I have just fun. Okay, bye and have a great day.
Hi, so I'm today don't want to wear my suit and now I'm in my women's dress. So I feel like it to wear this today and I'm out with my brother, just having fun as always. Yeah, and here on the Alexanderplatz are some Christians and we have spoken to them a bit about religion and such. Nice conversations. For now we're just going to some coffee shops and with my women's dress. Yeah, I like it. Okay, bye and have a great day. just like a prayer.
Hi. Yeah, just a normal day for me. I'm just normal. I think I'm more a Berliner than the Berliner itself. This time I'm out in my cosplay, but it's still overdressed. Yeah, so I don't need to pay the penalty. I was at CC5 like this. Hi, we have finally summer and it's over 25 degrees. And this is my first day out without a jacket because it's just too warm. But this also counts as being overdressed. And I think nobody wears this on a Sunday. And I will go to some museum today. Actually, this is my first time here in Berlin where I visit some museum. I'm driving in the bus on the front. Yeah. Hi. I have not so many clothes left and that's a problem because I cannot wash currently. I need some new washing machine. So I fastly ironed my business shirt, this one again. So I need to get some parcel and then I go to sport like this here. Hi, I'm going to Carnival of Cultures now. And someone said before in this week that I should not go in my suit because maybe it gets dirty or I don't know. But of course I will go in my suit, and even more so if this person said it like that.
Yeah, I'm here at the Carnival of Cultures and there is some music and everything in my suit.
Okay, I have walked a bit in home office, but now I will go out in my dress. And maybe I will still walking a bit in some co-working space, coffee shop. And then maybe I will train. But otherwise the last 2 days were just raining and I didn't feel to go out, but I need to go. And then I have said, why not again in my female dress? Yeah, and here I am, so let's see.
Also the toilets?
Hi, I think it's over 30 degrees Celsius today and I will go to some coffee shop and then training in my usual clothes. Okay, I'm now at the coffee shop here, but it's so hot that I cannot focus on walking. Okay, today is my vacation day and I'm in my suit. But I'm here with friends, so this is nice. I'm in my female's dress and I was just grabbing this package and then I will go out again because it's nice weather outside and there is some party going on just on the streets. Open air DJs. Yeah. There is some party there. Fergie. I will go there. I want to tell you what I have noticed by wearing suits and female dresses. I think it was really a successful challenge and there were some interesting conversations and situations. Yeah, I would say it's totally unimportant what you are wearing, but you need to be comfortable and you need to be yourself, and you just need to speak normally to people. But of course, if you are overdressed, then at the on the first impression, the people will treat you with more respect. And also, it was very helpful, because if I'm late at night somewhere and I'm talking to people, then I'm not confused with some homeless people, with some homeless person that just begs for money. But I just then can speak, and maybe sometimes people are hearing what I have to say. And then on other occasions, I felt that some people did not want to talk with me because I was overdressed and I was in a suit. Because, some people here have some assumptions about people wearing suits, and they are not so positive. But always, if I was in some discussion, then the people noticed that I'm a bit differently. When I was on some parties and dancing, of course, first the people thought, what is this guy doing in some suit? But then when I started dancing, then it was clear that I'm there for some party. And then it's all good and not important what I am wearing. But yeah, there were many times where I was the strangest person in the room, I would say, or at this occasion. And of course, I was also on Sundays in some parks in my suit. But I just done whatever I like to do. And yeah, just happened that I need to be overdressed. I was approached multiple times why I'm wearing the suit. And of course, this is a good opportunity then to talk about my YouTube channel and everything. So this was a benefit. And sometimes it just happened that you are getting easier into conversations. You can then say, hey, nice dress. I'm also a bit overdressed here, for example. Yeah. And then I have the concept of cross challenges. That means that I have multiple challenges going on at the same time. And one of them was to be overdressed and to never training alone. So I needed to go in public, then training there in my suit. And of course, you will see this in an upcoming video. But then, so the challenge was really long, 4 months. And the last month was really long, and I was not feeling like it to wear a suit or my female dress anymore. And also it was a more hotter month, June, and it was hot here. But I like it hot, so this is not a problem. But I still would then have just to wear something different. Yeah. And yeah, now the question is if I should wear my suit again in the future. And I think I will, because, I want to dress differently than most people. And the best method to do this in Berlin is to just suit up and wear a suit with tie, because nobody wears this here in Berlin. Also, if I do some sports when I'm in my suit, it's not so comfortable and I cannot move freely. Yeah, so this is a problem, and I think I have not progressed in my sports ambitions with that. It's difficult. Sometimes I felt a bit out of place, indeed, when I was wearing a suit and doing some sports there. Especially if it was in some sports hall where everybody can see you and you cannot go away so easily. And what are you doing? And there was multiple times, of course, a question, did you forget your sportswear? And then I had said, no, this is my normal sportswear I'm doing sports in. Because I'm working at a bank, it's of course easy to be in a suit because many people wearing something like that. But I'm working in IT, and at this floor, nobody wears suits with a tie. So I was the only one, and I was then more overdressed than my boss's boss. Yeah, or even the third in the hierarchy. One benefit was I have just had this suit, and I then don't need to change that often. I just go to sports with it, and so I just went out from some location and then doing sports with it. and going further. But of course, then I need to wash it regularly, and I have washed it at least once a week. That was necessary, of course. But you know, if I'm doing some sports, I was using one special suit, I would say, and my more expensive suit I used for other occasions, that it will not be getting dirty fast. I need to say that even before I took this challenge to be overdressed, I was wearing some business shirts because just of my job and everything, yeah. But it was boring, and I also felt boring, and then I just wore some jacket over it, and yeah, it was nothing special. But now, if you get really tied up, suit up in a suit with a tie, then it was a bit special, I think. Maybe another thing. So if I was wearing my female's dress, I was also approaching some women, and it happens that sometimes I ask to exchange phone numbers and contact details. Yeah, and this was also happening when I was wearing my female's dress. So it is, I would say, totally unimportant what you are wearing, but you need to be respectful and friendly, of course. That is very important. And it just happened that I'm authentic always. And I sometimes like wearing now some women's dress. I don't know if I will wear this particular dress always or in future, because I think it makes me look old, and I don't like that. Especially if I talked to some younger people, it makes the age difference even more apparent that I'm in a suit and they're just wearing normal clothes. Boring clothes, I would say. And it looks a bit strange. So if I'm wearing female's dress, it's a long black dress, if you know. 2 times I was asked if this is some religious clothing. And maybe. Well, it's not, but yeah, I was speaking to some Christians in this dress, and I also disclosed what religion I have. And then they have asked me this question if this is a clothing for my religion. Strange things happen. I think I really like to wear something extraordinary and always something different. Well, not always, because, you know, if you always need to choose what to wear every day, then it's really exhausting, and I would rather invest my time and energy for some more important events, like talking to people. Hi, today is my first day without business shirts and suits. Look what I'm wearing. Got some new style. New style. I don't need to be overdressed anymore. Yes, I don't need to be any more overdressed. So I'm wearing this here. And I think it looks really nice. It's a bit different. I think this is my style. I really like it.